Hey everyone, so I'm going to talk to you today about physician-assisted suicide and how it links into my final project for my critique and vision of what I hope to change. So my understanding of decoloniality originally came from the basis of the three pillars described by Smith in the earlier weeks of class. Um, Through Smith's framework, I was able to identify the colonial tactics related through the basis of the three pillars in the subsequent readings. All the different pieces that we read this semester play a part in the creation of my critique and vision, but the most impactful texts came from Lorde, Lugones, Anzaldúa, Arroyo Pizarro, and Miranda. So let's start with Lorde. Her statement, or Lorde's statement in the very beginning of, or I'm sorry, not in the very beginning, but Lorde's statement came from my inspiration was there are no new ideas, only new ways of making them felt. And that really encouraged me to take a situation that I thought was morally and ethically understandable, but very controversial, like physician assisted suicide, and introduce that situation to the class. So I'm going to call physician-assisted suicide PAS for short throughout the rest of the video. So PAS is not a subject that many people like to think about when referring to colonialism because the idea that Lorde proposes is to resist the white father's distortion of the meaning of poetry and make it your own, which means to me that we must look at every piece of writing through a feminist lens and consider all the effects that it may have on our diverse culture and society and make it belong to us, making it our own in ways that we need to continue to write, speak, and rally about ethical and important issues and hiding the sometimes ugly and revealing the ugly truth that's been hidden behind the curtains. Lugones encouraged me to world travel into the lives of dying people that I work with every day and understand their position of wanting to die on their own terms and view them with a loving perception. My respect for other people's decision and being supportive and speaking about it in a way of showing it in a loving way. The NRL, National Right to Life, and other people that oppose PAS display an arrogant perception by refusing to understand why people choose to die, and that leads to the further oppression of the terminally ill people and their entire population. They are not world travelers, and they continue the cycle of supremacy, linking back to Smith's white supremacy and heteropatriarchy. Arroyo Pizarro and Anzaldúa use creative writing and storytelling to tell the untold stories of women that were forced into slavery through a lens of the women that actually lived them. This encouraged me to incorporate Brittany Maynard's heartfelt story and her story with brain cancer and her reasoning for choosing to die with dignity. Storytelling allows the audience to world travel without directly telling them that's what they're doing. They're just hearing this very heartfelt story that people can really connect to because it's like the girl next door or anybody's daughter. So telling Brittany's stories to my audience made my story relatable and gave a connection for the message that I wanted to convey, which is to completely legalize physician-assisted suicide throughout the entire United States. Miranda's book tells the raw truth about what history has hid to us living and learning in a mainstream American society. The different media that she uses makes a huge impact on the way that the stories are told and is how I put this project together. Through my Prezi and journalism pieces, I was able to really tell the story of a young girl that was dying from terminal brain cancer, and through the Prezi, I link my vision and critique that came into action through the authors that I previously mentioned. Miranda has really encouraged my vision to legalize PAS in every state by telling the truth about how the NRL, National Right to Life, publicly shames those people that are choosing to die with dignity and on their own terms, and allows uncredentialed bloggers on their website to publicly criticize any decisions that were made by these innocent people that want to end their suffering before perhaps can become too painful. So, altogether, my vision is to completely legalize physician-assisted suicide in the entire United States. That would allow another option for people when death is imminent. Talking about it brings the subject to light, and it lets people know that they have more than just the typical treatment options, and gives them a chance to actually take control of an illness that they have felt like they were never in control of in the beginning at any time. So I hope this project really informs my audience, and they take that information and pass it along to somebody that they may know, and also gives them an opportunity to advocate and support somebody that may be faced with death and have not had the option come about, that they may not know about this option. So I hope that this is an inspiration. Thanks.